Всем добрый день. Спасибо, что подключаетесь.
Добрый вечер.
Здравствуйте. Как приятно во время таких виртуальных встреч слышать голоса. Но было бы еще прикольнее, если бы еще подключили видео. Пока наши участники все подключаются, я, наверное, начну нашу встречу официально чуть-чуть где-то попозже, через минутку-две. Пусть наши спикеры все подключатся.
Можно сразу же вопрос задать?
Да, конечно.
Вот вы не знаете, когда в этом году начнется проект, собственно говоря, UniSat?
На этот вопрос уже в течение встречи мы ответим. То есть подождите буквально минут 20-15. На этот вопрос вы сразу узнаете ответ. Окей, думаю, уже можем начинать. А кто подключится, тот и подключится, да, как говорится. Еще раз добрый день, дорогие участники. Спасибо, что подключились сегодня, вечером вторника, к нам на встречу с замечательными спикерами из программы UniSat. И перед тем, как я начну нашу встречу, представлюсь. Меня зовут Айгерим. Я являюсь координатором Makerspace в американском уголке столицы. И сегодня я и мои коллеги с американского уголка Астаны будем модерировать данную встречу. И несколько правил. Да? Пожалуйста, следите за вашими микрофонами. Кто часто использует Zoom во время учебы или на наших мероприятиях, знает, что возможны некоторые неполадки, эхо, какой-то лишний звук. Даже если карандаш поставите на стол, он будет очень громко отзываться. Поэтому давайте будем следить за микрофонами и во время самой презентации оставим их выключенными. И еще такая вот заметка, то есть встреча пройдет на английском языке, но вы вопросы можете задавать на любом языке, то есть мы переведем, и, надеюсь, все будет очень понятно. Также хочу поприветствовать наших зрителей в Фейсбуке. Всем добрый вечер. И также для всех такая небольшая новость. Мы сегодня разыграем вот такие вот карт-холдеры, которые можно прилепить на задник телефона, и, в общем, все, что нужно, будет храниться здесь. В конце встречи мы объявим победителя, поэтому, если вы хотите участвовать, пожалуйста, в чате оставьте плюсик, либо смайлик плюсика. Так, давайте я тогда перейду уже к самой встрече. Еще раз всем добро пожаловать. Для начала я хочу представить наших спикеров. И у нас по очередности, да, так скажем, первый спикер Яков Азат. Он является научным сотрудником научно-технологического парка при университете КазНУ. И также в программе UniSat он был в роли ментора. Суйменбаева Жанна, она ведущий научный сотрудник Института информационных и вычислительных технологий. Кошкимбаева Жания, самая младшая участница программы UniSat, она ученица 10 класса в школе номер 92 для одаренных детей. И, конечно, Марденова Лейла, выпускница UIB. На данный момент Лейла, она является преподавателем математики и информатики. Все вопросы, которые, думаю, у вас накопились, да, во время ожидания к встрече, вы можете написать в чате. Если вы смотрите в Фейсбуке, то в комментариях. Мы на все вопросы постараемся ответить, но также следите за тем, чтобы ваш вопрос не повторялся, и слушайте внимательно спикеров, вдруг они уже ответили на ваш незаданный вопрос. Я, пожалуй, продолжу на английском. Again, good evening, dear guests, and we can start with awesome video of UniSat, about UniSat. So wait a second, and I will share my screen with you. I hope the sound and the quality of the video will be okay. So please don't blame us. It's Zoom. It's not us.
UniSat gave us a big chance to find ourselves in space industry. In our case, we have 20 girls in this team, and I'm really proud of being one of the Kazakh girls who is gonna launch Nanosatellites.
We are all different, but we have one common desire: launch our own nanosatellite.
I have a 15 years experience in space science. Nevertheless, I found it very interesting to take part in such promising project to create the first nanosatellite and the first girl team in Kazakhstan.
So right now my path goes through achieving nanosatellites. They are super useful, super complicated and light.
In addition, the satellite has several sensors: a temperature and pressure sensor, an accelerometer and magnetometer, an air quality sensor, and also has a Geiger counter for radiation evolution.
In this project, we learn how to plan, how to design, how to assemble, and how to test a nanosatellite, including all its steps.
I hope my skills related to interpersonal relationship and learning and development skills can help to increase the awareness about STEAM education, about building nanosatellites within the circumstances of universities and schools.
I think it's an amazing opportunity to take part in such a project organized by UNICEF.
It's a really big chance, big opportunity to me to show not only my professional skills, but show me who I am and who I want to be.
Such an amazing video, right? You can write down the comments. What do you think about the video? And right now I'm going to switch my speech to Azat. Please, let's welcome Azat with his brilliant presentation.
Hello and good evening, everyone. I hope it's going well. Good evening, and thank you for all for participating, and thanks to American Corners for organizing such a meaningful event. My name is Azat, and I am from Al-Farabi Science and Technological Park, and I'm also one of the project mentors and the teachers, as well as the engineers in UniSat. First, I want to talk about nanosatellites. Nanosatellites are a class of spacecraft whose weight is less than 10 kilograms. There are several classes of nanosatellites, such as 1U, 2U, 3U, or even 12U. U is a unit for CubeSat or nanosatellites. Generally, 1U is a cube-sized 10 by 10 by 10 centimeter, and their weight can be between 1 kilogram to 1 kilogram and 330 gram. And by the way, UniSat is a 1U nanosatellite. Today, nanosatellites are being developed by the world's most leading universities and by other commercial organizations. Nanosatellites can be used for many purposes, and they can come with many missions. A lot of nanosatellites are built for technological demonstration and scientific experiments and scientific research. And there are also nanosatellites like our UniSat and BSat-4 from Berlin Technical University are used for educational training and demonstration. Nanosatellites, we believe that are one of the best teaching equipment for STEAM education, because students can learn not only the soft skills, but the hard skills during the nanosatellite building life cycle, such as designing, developing, assembling, testing, programming, and launching nanosatellites. Now, as I have said, nanosatellites has a lot of missions, and they also have many benefits. The first benefit, of course, it can build within 2 years. The large satellites, the ordinary satellites, can build up to 10 years. And of course, they are less expensive. They are simple and they are standard. We have standards from NASA. We have standards from the European Cooperation for Space Standardizations. And they are easy rather than the bigger ones, relative to the bigger ones. And they are very environmental friendly because they burn up in the atmosphere upon re-entry. Because of the many benefits, as I mentioned above, nanosatellites are becoming more and more popular. And small sats nowadays is new chance. As you can see from the graph, in 2012, we only have 25 nanosatellites launched. By this year, there are 449 nanosatellites are going to be launched. And two of them are developed by Al-Farabi Science Park, developed by us, UniSat. And before speaking about further contents, I want to introduce you a brief history of nanosatellites in KazNU. So far, we have successfully launched 2 nanosatellites. The Al-Farabi 1, that was launched in 2017 in India, and the second generation of nanosatellite, Al-Farabi 2, that was launched by SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket in 2018. Here are some pictures from the previous missions. The previous satellite mission of our team was are all very successful, but after that we find there is a point, there is one single problem, and we realized that we need more girls. We need more girls, not only in our team, but we realized that we need more girls in every team. We need more girls in aerospace industry. We need more girls in aerospace technology and aerospace science. And we need more girls in engineering, STEAM. We need more girls in programming. So, and that's why we decided to start the UNICEF Nanosatellite Educational Program for Girls. And thanks to the support of UNICEF and KazNU, we are able to make the idea come true today. And we announced the project at January and received 51 applications very soon. As you can see, we have applications from PhD students, from masters, from high school students, and to our surprise and to our pleasure, we even have applications from middle school. They are from different universities, they are from different majorities, and of course, they are from different parts of Kazakhstan, but with one single dream to launch their own nanosatellites. The project UNISAT is funded by UNICEF, organized by Al-Farabi Science and Technology Park, and standardized by the European Cooperation for Space Standardization. By no means, each of our success cannot separate it from the effort of each of our team members. A satellite mission always includes several important steps like planning, designing, developing, and launching. Students first participated in offline courses before the COVID-19, and we are able to do the preliminary design, and we are able to take our whole idea first. And that is the idea that we are going to build, what kind of satellite and what parts we are going to have. Like we are going to have a top board, and we are placing a GPS and antennas there, and we are going to have electronic energy power system, and we are going to have OBC, and that is onboard computer, a very tiny but very powerful computer there. And we are going to have a sensor board for more than 40 physical parameters, and we are going to have transmission board, and of course, we are going to have antenna board. And we skipped the 3D design and PCB design just because of COVID-19, and we have to make our courses online. So later, we first learn Git, and then we first learn Git because that is essential for us to work remotely and work together. And then we learn essential software skills for developing the satellite software. For example, we learned Linux programming, we learned Python, we learned C, and we learned hardware programming like programming on Arduino. And then after the COVID and after we are able to take our courses offline, we then come back and started designing the satellite and building its 3D models. The process was very successful. The girls have designed their 3D models of the satellites, and they designed themselves and printed the 3D models using 3D printers. And then they learned and successfully designed the PCB of the satellite using some softwares like Altium Designer. And of course, the most important, I think the most important part of the satellite development is assembling and launching the satellite. And of course, we have to test and assemble each part before, and then we have to test and assemble the integration of software and hardware together. This is how our Shiros are doing their job to assemble the Sputnik, assemble the satellite and then doing the testing. Here we are testing our satellites with different circumstances, with different environment, with like critical temperature and in a low temperature environment. And those are what we got for now, and we have prepared them for launch. The left one in the picture is our top board that is designed by our girls. In the top board, we place, as we said in the design part, we place a GPS and antenna boards here. The right side, we have the sensor board, or we call it UniSat, UniSense. We have different sensors like a Geiger counter to evaluate radiation level in the space. And we also have orientation sensor, accelerometer, and other temperature sensors, light sensors, so that we can get different data from our satellite. And the one in the left, again, is our onboard computer. So that is a very tiny but very powerful computer that runs a Linux operating system and that is capable of different tasks, so that we are able to do some data processing, and we are able to do logging, and we are able to do data analyzing on Sputnik, on the satellite itself. And then, as you can see, we have our long-range transmission board that is supported by LoRa. And of course, we need a power. So we have our energy power system. And finally, I'm very glad and very honored to show you the real pictures of the UniSat that is assembled by our Shiros. For now, we have 2 UniSat nanosatellites that is prepared to launch. And we can't wait to launch them and see what will happen. So please just be waiting for our big news and waiting for our surprise. And if you have any questions, I'm pleased to answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Azat. That was brilliant. I hope everyone will be, so we will choose 1 or 2 questions and move on to our next speaker. Ребята, пожалуйста, если у вас есть вопросы, вы можете пока их задавать. Мы выберем 2 вопроса и перейдем к следующему спикеру.
I think I have seen 2 questions for now. Like the first one is how to join your group. As I understand, you mean how to join the project, right? How to join the UNICEF project. The first project, the UNICEF project, is going to be ended very soon as we launch our nanosatellite. But we welcome every girl who has that ambition and who has that interest to attend our next project. And we hope that will be held in next year. So we welcome everyone. And the second question is, are there any restrictions? Yes, of course, because it is a spacecraft, so you're gonna have different restrictions, and you have to have different license. Yeah, the restrictions are from like the radio frequency and different aspects of the spacecraft.
Azat, if I may also intervene, let me introduce myself. My name is Raushan Nebrasheva. I am Innovations Officer at UNICEF Kazakhstan, and I'm very honored to actually cooperate with Al-Farabi University, with Amir Khan, Azat, and all girls who participate in our project. So just to answer to the question that was raised by how to join the group, as Azat already mentioned, that the unfortunately, or like the project is going to be over, and we hope that we will successfully launch our nanosatellites into stratosphere on 17th of October. But we very much welcome each and every girl that I think we are going to continue our project, and now we are in the process of negotiation with our donors on getting prepared for the next stage of this project, hopefully next year. I cannot tell you about the exact dates right now because it's still in the negotiation stage. But for sure, we are going to target more than 2,000 girls from 14 to 25 years age from almost every region of Kazakhstan. So you're welcome to join. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Raushan. And let me move on to our next speaker. Жанна, please, you're welcome. Oh, let me put on the photo.
I can start. Hello, everyone. Glad to see all of you. Hope you enjoy our meeting. My name is Жанна. I'm a member of the UniSat team. About 6 months ago, I applied for the program and was chosen to participate in UniSat project along with another 20 girls. As for me, it was an amazing experience because for the first time, I had an opportunity to be involved in such a huge project from the very beginning till the end. During this program, I found out how to create nanosatellite, including all its steps like designing, assembling, testing, and launching. But the most important thing for me was the meeting the super girls of our team. Actually, the program organized by UNICEF was organized so well, and with help of our tutors and mentors, they made everything possible to make the process of creating nanosatellite is real. Even maybe some of our girls didn't have any STEM background and STEM education. The program was organized so well, so everything was possible. And for example, for me, it was a really big pleasure to see how our girls have developed it and revealed their skills during the program. Some of them showed their best in programming, someone in designing, someone in assembling. I also could see the unstoppable interest, creativity, and desire to finish the project. So I can say that everything is possible, even if you're a girl, even if you're in Kazakhstan, because our girls are really smart, they're strong, they're super funny, and they can do as much as boys do. So I would like to encourage all of girls in this meeting and maybe in Kazakhstan, always try to find any opportunity to take part in some interesting programs, because everything is just for you. It's up to you. You can do everything. So thank you. If you have any question, please.
Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, please don't be shy and ask. Жанна was also a member of this program, so she can say everything about it. Oh, the first question is, where are the courses online?
Actually, before the pandemic, we had offline courses, but unfortunately, after lockdown, we were forced to take online courses. Maybe it was less effective because it took more time. And for example, we expected to finish our project in June, July, but unfortunately it was delayed. But anyway, with help of our tutors and mentors, it was possible. So I think we got all necessary information, all necessary courses. So I think next time, if some courses will be online, I think it will be also effective.
Thank you very much. Guys, do you have any other questions to Жанна? Because we will be choosing only one or two questions. Okay, another question is, was this program free for you to participate?
Yes, of course, it was organized by UNICEF. It was totally free. They bought all necessary equipment and some tools. From my side, I also can say that they have supported us by hot lunch every lesson. It was really helpful. So yes, it's totally free. Regarding exactly this project, UNPG, it's UniSat, was exactly for girls. As I understood, UNICEF tried to pay attention for STEM education for girls. That's why they organized such a program, and they invited on the girls, maybe to exclude some competition from boys. So yes, this program was only for girls.
Azat, Roshan, do you have anything to add to this question? Why this was for girls?
Yes, I may add, because I feel that boys maybe feel that we kind of don't pay attention to boys. But, despite a certain progress achieved, still globally, every fourth girl is not in employment and not receiving the proper education. So as Жанна already highlighted, that is why UNICEF pays special attention to mainstream gender issues and to promote girls and to inspire them to thrive into the science, into the technology, and to pay and kind of encourage them to be at the same level as boys, because they're very smart, they're very brilliant and intelligent. They just need a little bit of confidence and to believe in their kind of in their. So maybe Azat, if you want to add from the men's point of view.
we deeply believe that space has no gender, so does the space education. And as you have already seen in our team, I said we need more girls. And we need more girls not only for our team, but we need more girls for every team. So we believe that after this, this project, there are a lot of girls are going to believe that girls can do. Girls can do STEAM, girls can do engineering, girls can do programming. And that is why we are targeting this project. And that is why we are with UNICEF holding and organizing this project. And really thanks for our sharers to prove it, that we can do it. Thank you very much.
I think that was really good answer to this question. And I think we're moving to Leyla. Yeah, Leyla, welcome.
Hello, everyone. My name is Leyla, and I'm currently a teacher. And of course, I'm the one of the team member who is learning to create and launch nanosatellite. Okay, I would like to start off with that point that I have never had such an experience to make something that can fly to cosmos. Can you imagine? Without even NASA. I mean, without any factories, you just can't do it in Kazakhstan by details that you can buy. That's amazing, guys. And of course, we couldn't do it just by ourselves. Someone believed that we could do that, and of course, we did it. And let me tell you a little bit about the hardware part, which is really fascinating and interesting. For example, as AzatAI mentioned in his presentation, that hardware stuff of the nanosat has several boards like sensor board, top board, OBC board, EPC board, and so on. So, let me tell you more about sensor board. Why it is really interesting. You can just make your own satellite by your own mission. Like, for example, if you want to measure a temperature or radiation in atmosphere, you just can make that sensor by yourself. You just put the Geiger sensor, which measures radiation, and maybe sensors for measuring pressure, temperature. And the next thing, you just program it to make some information and data. And after that, you can just combine everything, and then it will fly and measure everything and will just send you all the data. Here, we should think about like that sensor board should work really properly, because it will always ascend and descend the data. That's why you should learn. You should know what kind of data you need and what your CubeSat will launch for, and so on. Or you can just make a CubeSat that will make photos and videos from the cosmos. That's amazing, right? So, of course, there is a little just problem that, for example, in this lockdown time, when you have to buy details, you cannot purchase it in Kazakhstan, because Kazakhstan doesn't have this kind of stuff, but you just purchase it online. And that's why sometimes in lockdown times, it's a little bit harder to do. But thanks to our mentors and UNICEF, so we did really well. So I hope that in future, Kazakhstan will produce this kind of little details that everyone, all girls and boys, can create their own nanosatellites, and we will rock the science from Kazakhstan, starting from the local and spreading the popularization of science. So that's all. Always believe in yourself and really work well in team. Teams are the strongest thing that I've ever had, I guess. That's all. If you have questions, please, you are always welcomed.
Thank you very much, Leyla. Again, guys, please ask questions. If you have any concerns about the program, or maybe some questions that you didn't hear the answer, please ask them. I think our speakers are ready to answer. 1 or 2 questions. So there is a comment about living in other city. I think Raushan told us about the future plans that they are on preparation level right now. So we cannot say, right, will it be virtual or offline?
Yes, I may add, Aygirim, if I can.
Yeah, sure.
So the several components is planned for the next stage. So we do plan the conducting online sessions on STEM. We also plan to have a specific thematic sessions and lectures by famous women from the space, from the diplomacy, from the science and technology area. And then we do plan in partnership with local techno parks or incubators, business incubators, or we also had a discussion with Aygirim and with Zarina that we probably will use Makerspace also. So this is all in plans, but I can assure you that we will like also COVID-19 in some way like made the delay to our project, but it at some point also gave us a new idea of shifting some components of our course into online format. And we also, with our partners from Al-Farabi University, with all team thinking how to make a platform based on machine learning to support, to make affordable this program for regions and for girls living in the remote areas also. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Roshan. And a quick question. Actually, we have a lot of questions right now, but I think we will, I don't know, move them to Jania. I think she will be happy to answer them too. And the last question for Leila. How long did you study to make a satellite, and in average, how much does it take? How long does it take?
Actually, we started our offline courses on March. Yeah, it was almost 8 March, I guess, the International Day of Women. And from that time, we are still we were doing this till the October. But you know, it could take much more shorter time. The problem was just because of the lockdown, and we had to just sit at home and make some impossible things from the home, but we couldn't. We could do it. So yeah, thanks to our mentors again to make impossible things possible.
Thank you very much. And let's move on to our last but not least speaker, Jania, the youngest member.
Okay. Hello everyone. So I want to ask right now, is my mic working? Because it might just sometimes not work. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, that's good. So, good evening, guys. I'm really happy to see you right here. And thank you for participation right now. And I'm the one who will share you his own experience, subjective kind of stuff. And I want to share you my own story as a crewmate, from the point of the member of the crew. So, firstly, everything started in the autumn. I remember it was a day when our science teacher came to our classroom and told me, Jania, we have a really good kind of project and you should participate in it. So I had already some kind of background. I already had some projects in the spacecraft and the nanosatellites. So I knew that I will try this because it's really good chance to achieve my own experiences and find myself in the spacecraft industry. So I remember how I started to, it started in lunch time. So I sit on my laptop, open the site, and there was a blank where I should just wrote my own. So it's about spacecraft, about nanosatellites. There was some kind of registration stuff. And then I came to rope. It was the second etap, and they called me for an offline meeting where I should talk with them, and we have talked really a lot. There was a lot of topics. I remember there was AzatAI too. So I remember him from the first day. Well, I want to tell you about how our first meeting happened. It was the March. I checked right now. It was 7th March. Yeah, actually. I was running after school, trying not to be late as much as it was possible, and came there. I saw lots of girls. I saw them. I saw cameras, filming stuff. I saw employees. There was just lots of lights, and I thought, first thought that came to my mind was just like, wow, there's so much computers here, because there's really a computer lab right now there. And there was really lots of technologies I saw. And then I talked with girls and understand that they are super extraordinary. We all had some kind of similar tasks, opinions, but at the same time we all had some kind of unusual thoughts about it, and it was really good. So after we had met together, our first lesson was just introducing, and then the first week we spent on planning stuff, on filming, on interviews, and our first actual lesson was about IT programming. It was Linux. So after that, we had some kind of etaps, but I won't stop on them. I want to tell you more about teachers right now, about our crew. So our teachers are really amazing, guys. If I want to prescribe them in only one word, I will tell that they are super organized. I mean, every information was so tight, so neat, and the lections were really good. Even at the hard times of pandemic, of lockdown, the lessons were so planned, I think. Yeah, and they were as good as offline lessons. So most of the time in the pandemic, we had programmed and learned some physics stuff. And then we came again to offline and started our Altium programming, our 3D programming. And then right now we changed to this etap. Now I want to conclude. So we all girls, 20 girls together, worked almost for a year. It was really incredible year. It was really good experience. We all changed really much. From the March, I really don't know the girl who was the same from the March and today. We all developed ourselves. We found ourselves in lots of stuff. For example, I like the programming. Other girls like the 3D modeling, Altium. And of course, there was just hard times sometimes. For example, when the documents were just not saved and you need to again rewrite everything from the start. Or there was the times when code was just erroring every time you wrote it. Or the times when you need to switch from the one platform to another, when the light turned off, when the Wi-Fi didn't work. It was really hard. But right now, when we had finished everything, I just look there and tell myself, wow, it was really good. I mean, without hiding loads, project won't be interesting, I think. And right now, it's all nothing. Nothing new to the whole experience we had. So we will be able to go through the difficult paths together, and now we are sharing everything right near to you. I'm really happy that you are participating right now again. And soon, very soon, I hope, our dreams will come true and our both dons will be launched. Hopefully on October. So thank you, I'm done. Guys, have you any questions?
A round of applause to our speakers. Yeah, everyone was brilliant. Really, thank you for this opportunity for us also to share this knowledge, to share all the opportunities that we have here in Kazakhstan. So there is a question from our audience. Are you from ordinary school?
I'm just a simple girl from an ordinary school. It's not super ordinary, but it's not super. It's just the same. So everything just depends on how you work by yourself. And I don't think that it's a difference between specialized or simple schools. So I'm a simple girl, hopefully. That's it. Zarinkai, okay, we communicate oftenly on Russian, sometimes on English, especially with our AzatAI. We speak on English, but often it's on Russian, yeah. On Russian, Kazakh sometimes, yeah. And another question, have you?
Yeah, we had previous questions.
Oh, I'm 15, yeah. Thank you very much, thank you.
So there was a very interesting question about the certification. Do you have any certificates that confirm your participation?
Okay, 2 days ago, I think, or yesterday, to chat came a notification that our certificates were already made, so we'll get them soon. As I told, we from start know that we will have some certificate stuff, and that's it. Yeah, we all have certificates of our work.
Thank you very much, Tanya. And the last question from our audience: How many girls did you have in your study group? How many of them studied with you?
From the first we had 20 girls. They are still right now in our group. We will just communicate really well. So that's it. Yeah, 20 girls. Maybe there may be some kind of more of them or less. I don't know.
Yeah. And the question from me to, I think Raushan can answer this question. How many applications did you receive in the beginning?
I think Azat have shared in his presentation that it was 51 applications, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, and to respond to question that, yes, it was open to all girls from 15 to 35. So we didn't make any kind of selective criteria that you're from specialized school or you're from ordinary university or you have master's degree and you have more kind of comparative advantage with regards to others. So the program was open to everyone who has a desire, who has a kind of enthusiasm to participate in this program. So, and I would like to thank all our girls, Jania, Leila, Жанна, and Azat for such a brilliant presentations from UNICEF side. I just would like to congratulate you once again and to thank you for this very fruitful cooperation and very exciting journey we had together. Thank you. And thank you, Agirim, for having this opportunity to share with wider audience. We very much appreciate this.
I also appreciate this opportunity for Makerspace to cooperate and collaborate with UNICEF and UNISAT. And the last question, I think, guys, you can share your answer. Do you have any Instagram or Telegram group to share new information?
Yes, we have official UNICEF Instagram. So you can search it for as UNICEF KZ. And we also have our official website, unicef.kz.
I will write it down in the chat so everyone could see. So it's UNICEF KZ, and also at Instagram, it is also UNICEF KZ. Everyone can copy and explore more information, maybe some details about the application process from the website. Again, thanks to our speakers for today. Let me announce our giveaways winners for today. It is, oh, I lost them in the chat, please. Sorry. So it is Zarin Kai. She will receive our card holder, and also Anel Thomas Education. Yeah, our two winners. Again, everyone, thank you for participation. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful presentation and our speakers. And I hope someday, maybe next year, you also be a participant of UniSat program, and you will be giving us the presentation about your successful journey, I can say. So again, thank you. Have a nice evening. Can I say goodbye or see you? See you later.